Hello and welcome to the Uncalled For. We have an exciting show for you tonight. We have a whole bunch of fun things planned. Everything tonight is fake.
Have a bunch of fake news and everything.
That's right. And of course, Matthew. Oh,
excuse me.
gracious. And Matthew is joining in as well. so let's get right around the room and start with and see how everybody is doing. Hello, Mipet. How are you tonight?
Hi, I am really good. I've had a lot of fun over the last few days, so yeah, and I'm really happy to know that I'm not real and I'm fake. So this is going to be great.
Be nice, honey.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Matthew. It's not me. Other people are saying it.
It's okay. Yes, and my son he's always on the show. He always has fun with us, don't you?
You're fake news for saying fake, man.
You're fine. And how are you, Mr.
I'm great. I'm doing good. I'm happy to see all the fake news.
This should be interesting.
Yes, it should.
Yes. And how about you, Cheesemondo?
Oh dear me! There's a whole set of stupid here, so a whole set of fakes. It's going to be a good show, I hope.
I think so. I think this will be. And tonight we have a special guest. Tonight we have.
Ooh.
Yay! We have Queen. She's with us tonight over from
Yay!
Wonderful, and I'm so excited. How are you tonight?
Oh man, I'm so excited. Thank you for the invite. I'm excited. I can't look at me. I'm on the panel. I'm a real queen.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait to look at this fake news because I hear there could be something about Australia in there, which me and Mipet are very familiar with.
Yeah. Exactly. It's so exciting. We've got all kinds of fake news, don't we? Let's see. Our video list for tonight. We've got the first video is Australia isn't real, and here is why. And that one is 8 minutes and 26 seconds long. And then video 2 is does Finland exist? No. And that one is 12 minutes, 22 seconds. So yes, we have all kinds of things where things don't exist. We have video 3, Fake History of America 3. And that
don't want to be left out.
No, well, exactly. 18 minutes and 39 seconds. That's going to be torture. Video 4 is a fake sun. That's 13 minutes, 42 seconds. And video 5 is Why Do They Fake Space? Which is 9 minutes and 13 seconds long. Those all sounds, yes, they all sound
9
so much
minutes
fun.
of absolute ridiculousness. Crazy.
Welcome to the show.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So we should start right from the top, huh? So we can see why
Yes.
Australia's fake. This should be interesting.
You don't know, you damn well should know. I am Rag Reynolds. And if you haven't watched my previous Australia video, then I recommend you click off of this video right now and go check that one out. I will leave a link to it in the description and also at the end of this video. So let's just jump right into this. For the longest time, I was pretty worked up over Australia. I simply could not handle the fact that such a terrible place actually existed. I was mad because somehow in some way a place existed on planet Earth where all of the people sounded like they were suffering from aphasia. They lived amongst animals that you would only otherwise see by watching In the Night Garden.
Oh, I wouldn't take that if I was
Why is he worked up about Australia? I mean, he doesn't live here. Why get worked up?
I don't know.
Your accents are triggering him, Mipet, clearly.
I guess so.
Oh dear, and yes. Just yes. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, we obviously don't speak English. We must speak a different language.
Well, you have aphasia.
What I was just going to say.
Does he even know what that means?
Yeah.
I don't think he knows what that means.
He was flicking through the dictionary and stuck his finger in and went, "That's the word I'm going to use."
Just made it through maybe part of A. That's it.
It has to do with work.
Yeah.
That's the one.
All right, keep it going, Cheese.
They had an all-around level of obnoxiousness rivaled only by the likes of myself and those annoying people who try to hand you flyers in the street. But saying that, even those fools cannot compete with Australia when it comes to being obnoxious. As you can make out from my previous video, I was certainly pretty
Wow.
mad over the existence of Australia. I mean, just how could a nation exist that was built from convicts that no one else wanted, and that also managed to lose a war to a bunch of dumb birds? I was so mad over
Okay,
Australia being a
let's
real
stop
place that I made
there.
a bunch of horrible...
Yes, the Emu War he is referring to, and I think that had a lot to do with the American army people that were in Brisbane at the time. And it was to do with, emus attacking them. So it was quite hilarious.
Well, I find it very weird, right? So for all the people out there and YouTube world and for the ladies on the panel, I'm actually a New Zealander, which is very different to an Australian, but I do live in Australia. But the fact that he's saying all of Australians are obnoxious, I don't really find that. I'd say us Kiwis are more obnoxious than you Aussies, Mipet.
Oh, I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, has he just met one obnoxious Aussie over in one of the Aussie pubs in the UK or something, and he's just
Probably.
gone from that? Right. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
I mean, the existence of Australia is annoying this poor boy. God.
He needs a bit of psychiatric help, maybe.
I think so.
Oh, dear.
God.
All right, Cheese. Continue the torture.
Tweets on Twitter. I said, as a public service, I will personally burn Australia to the ground. I then said, if Australia wins Eurovision, I will drown one puppy and burn one baby for every point they win by. I also said, let's send Australia to space. And then, without warning, 2017 became one of the greatest years of my life when I came across some guy on Twitter claiming that Australia does not exist. This was a theory I had never even considered prior to that moment. I was so taken aback by this that I had to spend a couple of days pondering over the idea before I actually made any sort of public statement regarding it. So a couple of days later, I posted to Twitter again. I said, I just found out that Australia isn't actually a real place. Can't believe I was mad about that place for so long, it all makes sense now. Yes, much like a Holocaust denier, or a fat person who is only fat due to genetics denier, I, Rag Reynolds, am an Australia denier. The theory regarding Australia that I lean towards most is...
Yeah, he's... I'm surprised that he even doesn't deny his own existence. He seems to, let's read about this. Oh, well, I'm just going to deny it. Sounds like a lot of flat earthers and conspiratards out there.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's got a lot of issues. I mean, he wants to drown puppies. Who wants to drown puppies?
Yes. And burn babies.
And burn babies, yeah.
And we don't need help. We don't need help burning this country down either. It does it all by itself, doesn't it, Mipet?
Yeah, that's right. It's either on fire or flooding. You know?
Yeah, nothing in between. Nothing in either severe drought or rivers. That's it. That's what I've learned about Australia. I think this guy's got some serious mental issues, if I'm not wrong. I mean, God, it's a wonder his Twitter account didn't get blocked or taken down with that sort of terrorism talk.
I know.
It is. I mean, although, can you take what anyone says on Twitter or anything seriously? Because if you do, then you're the one with the problem.
True.
No, but they don't tolerate a lot of that hate speech, right? Like, mind you, I guess there's all the arguments about what hate speech is. I mean, good on him if he wants to burn us down, but I just thought if you were going around saying things like that, potentially you'd be taken off the socials.
I would think so.
Oh, God.
Oh
That's
my
only if
God.
anybody's paying attention.
Well,
Yeah,
this
that's
is true.
true.
This is true, yeah.
He probably has
I was
2
gonna say,
followers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly what I was
Nobody
gonna say.
noticed that he said it.
Oh,
That
God.
could be too. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
And it only took one comment for him to change his mind that Australia doesn't exist. That's
That's
pretty.
thrilled.
Yeah, it's not saying a lot for his mentality, is it?
No.
No, that's
Well, and
very true.
I'm just wondering whether he needed the person that told him to prove it.
Wow.
Oh, probably not. Like most flat earthers, claims of proof.
Yeah.
They're the same thing.
I read
It's a
it on
claim.
Twitter.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's obviously true.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Wow. These people, I'm just always in awe. I'm always dumbfounded by these people. It's not real because I just heard it from somewhere. It's not real because I saw it on YouTube. It's incredible to me. It's like, what is
God.
that?
The
But,
dumb
you know,
is real.
Yeah.
But you see
Yeah.
something on the news, like, they even question the weather reports. It's just
Oh yeah, it's fake. It's all fake.
fake.
The news is fake. But I saw this
Oh.
video on YouTube, and
Yeah,
I believe it wholeheartedly.
Snow was fake. I
Yes.
found out. I saw last night,
Oh yeah.
and that it smells like plastic when they try and burn it.
Oh, God.
Oh. Oh my. That's different.
So that's a
wow.
really bit wild. Yes.
Yeah.
Plastic. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just floored by that right now. It's like,
Yeah. The smelling plastic sounds like
Yeah, like
doing more than trying to burn snow.
yeah. Or it was a different type of ice that he was trying to
Yeah,
melt.
might have been.
That's probably it, Mipet.
Could have been a different kind of ice.
that could have been. Yee.
Oh, Lordy. All
Oh, my
right.
goodness.
Let's see if this guy has a point.
Well,
He still
Yeah,
hasn't
yeah,
made a
why not?
point why he believes Australia is fake.
because someone
I
on
told him.
Facebook said it.
Exactly. That's as far as he's gotten. He hasn't said why.
Okay, Cheesy.
One that I myself came up with. The theory goes like this. The founder of New Zealand hated how his people sounded when they spoke. He realised that the rest of the world probably would too. And since they were entering into an age where it was quite obvious that the entire world would be communicating via audio and video and not just written word, it was necessary to make their country known as anything other than the worst received country known to man. So he got his council together and they put together a plan. They were going to take all of the worst parts of their culture, make it 50 times worse, ingrain it into the minds of 100 citizens with the lowest IQs, and then put those people into an abandoned city together with cameras on them 24/7. New Zealand had essentially set out to create a faux reality show in order to fool the world into thinking that there was a place worse than their homeland. But in the end, it turned out that it was something bigger than they could ever have imagined it being. The council got obsessed with their little project, and as the technology of the world was rapidly developing, they decided it might be a good idea to start introducing strange new animals that you would normally only see watching strange TV shows. So they created the robotic creature that we know today as a kangaroo. If you need proof that kangaroos are robots, then please just watch this following clip.
I love this. This is hilarious.
Oh, God.
In the clip we just watched, we are
It's a
shown
robotic
robots
kangaroo.
that these people are claiming mimic
A robotic
kangaroos,
kangaroo.
when in reality, this
Kangaroos are
technology
robots.
is what
You
it
know how that
actually
works.
is already inside
That's crazy.
kangaroos. From what I can make out from everything I've seen regarding this, it seems like the New Zealand government have realised that people such as myself are onto them, and that they want to start making people think that they are putting out robotic kangaroos into the wild to live among the real kangaroos, so that once someone who knows what's going on actually cuts one of the original kangaroos open, the New Zealand government can claim that the metal skeleton is because it was one of the new robotic kangaroos that they had put out recently. It's a smart move on their part, and if they do manage to get the message out there to the rest of the world...
I need to clarify.
Oh, God.
The kangaroo population in Australia is about 3 to 1. So, you know,
There's a lot of
How
robot
many
builders in
do
Australia,
it's-
though, Mipet.
well, very expensive to fake all those kangaroos
God.
with robots. I just can't see it myself. But
Well, the whole thing just falls apart completely because we didn't have robotics to make kangaroos before we had pictures and video of kangaroos. So how they were robots back then, I don't know. How you were advanced civilization, let me tell you. Those New Zealanders are very
Australia's one of the
advanced.
oldest civilizations in the world, and yet we had robotics, however old it is. But come from New Zealand. It was New Zealand that was making up Australia because, we didn't want to be
'cause-
known as the idiots.
Exactly.
and then
Oh,
America
God.
got discovered.
I know, I don't get that. Well, that's what Australia did. Australia took 10 idiots and they put the United States and had them in a city and went around.
It must have been after
And that's what the US is.
after the mud floods.
Because they didn't want, Australia didn't want to be the stupidest country. So they sent them to the United States. Oh my God.
It's all New Zealand's fault, though. Let's be honest.
Do these people actually listen to what they actually say? I mean, it was just so funny. It's like, did you listen to what you said? New Zealand put people in a city and said, "Oh, that's Australia." You okay?
God.
Apparently,
Clearly he's got no self-awareness and no friends.
No, he doesn't.
Well, no good friends anyway, because a good friend would be saying, mate, do you hear yourself? Probably don't upload that on YouTube. God. Oh, my God.
Yes, a good friend would tell him that.
A good friend, yeah.
Unless all his friends are as delusional as he is.
Or maybe they're getting a good laugh out of it, right?
They could be.
yeah.
It could be he's the dumb friend that they put the camera on and put
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Gracious. It's dying back here.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Right, we see what else he has to say. I think the silliness is going to get worse.
I
Somehow.
think so.
That they are creating robotic kangaroos inspired by real kangaroos, and all hope may be lost forever outing to the public just what the New Zealand government has done. Now please check out this great little doodah created by @InBeforeKnife on Twitter. It says, "Is Australia real? Have you ever been to Australia? No? Then Australia isn't real? Yes? You're lying. Australia isn't real." Now you may be wondering, if Australia isn't real, then
That
how
logic
can people
makes
I
even
know
more sense.
say that they've been there? Well, you see, there's a perfectly simple explanation for all of this. In fact, there are 3 explanations, one depending on what your situation actually is. The first explanation is regarding the people who claim to be Australians. You see, the government of New Zealand has brainwashed these people into thinking that they are living in this false nation. When they were ingraining the worst parts of their culture into their minds of the first 100 people, they also brainwashed them into thinking that the place they dumped them in wasn't just an abandoned city, but a whole new country for them to call their own. The second explanation is regarding people who claim to visit Australia. To keep it as simple as possible, let's just say that some funky stuff happens on the flight over there. You see, these people think that they are arriving in Australia, but actually they never spend a minute in Australia. They spend the entire trip in the comfort of their seat on the plane, essentially hallucinating the
I've
entire
heard this theory
experience.
before.
The third and final explanation is regarding people who claim to have moved to Australia. These people have an experience much like those who visit Australia, with the key difference being that these people never leave that plane ever again. Instead, the government of New Zealand create robots in their likeness who are then shipped off to live in the city with all of the other brainwashed Aussies. Now here is some more evidence that Australia does not exist, as pointed out by a map of the
wait
world.
a minute.
Look at this
Pause
world
this.
map. See,
Pause this a second. I have to
Oh, God.
so Mipet is brainwashed. Queen, you're in a plane somewhere and you're actually a robot. And my daughter, who visited Australia in when she was 13, was drugged and was on a plane the entire
Just
time.
stayed on the plane the entire time.
And they drugged a plane full of teenagers.
Yeah. And
12 and
he's saying
13-year-olds.
New Zealand have made all these robots. Like, you'd be lucky to find 2 robot makers in New Zealand. God, we're a couple of islands, literally, and this.
I know.
The ocean.
Everything has to be imported. You live on
God.
islands. It's hard.
This is just, I mean, I'd like to say we've got a lot of robot makers, but definitely haven't. I mean, there's 29 million Australians. New Zealanders have made 29 million robots. Then you've got to add the kangaroos.
I know. It just gets crazier. Well, then they must have woke up my daughter and her plane mates to take them to New Zealand, because they spent a couple days in New Zealand also. But that exists.
Wow.
But it's all New Zealand.
And all the photographs we have all been faked, I guess.
Yep, they all have been.
She has
They're all fabricated.
Photo albums, a photo she took. They're all fake. But I just had to recap that.
And I like the fact that if you move here, look how you're going to disappear.
Well, you don't exist. You moved there. You don't exist.
You're a robot. Do you
You're
think
a
your
robot.
kangaroo friends would notice that you're a robot? God. Oh, man.
Now, a shapeshifter, completely different story.
That would make more sense.
Oh yeah, the
Wow.
shapeshifters. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's coming too, I'm
God.
sure. Oh my God.
Oh, I just couldn't anymore.
Jeez, how much longer have we got to go on this crazy nut?
Let me just check. Let me just have a little look.
Oh my God.
2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Oh, thank goodness.
I don't know. Do you think we can get through another 2 minutes without dying?
I hope so.
Oh, God.
Oh.
All right, let's get it over with.
All right.
like a normal world map, right? Well, look closer. The right circle at the bottom right. Now what's that? No Australia. Over at debate.org, a poll shows that people are beginning to actually wake up and realise the truth that there's no Australia. As you can see here, 37% think yes, but 63% say no. A compelling argument is made here by a user going by the name of Massive Dump, and he argues, a country that spans an entire continent?
Massive
Sounds
Yeah,
credible
right,
to me.
and I have a soul. Everyone, the 7 continents are North America, South America, Africa, Asia, Europe, Antarctica, and Atlantis.
What was the
There's
size
never
of the poll?
8 of anything. Come on, Snow White and the 8 continents? I don't recall watching that movie with Kirsten Stewart. The sooner we face reality, the sooner we can move on from the Australia delusion. And you know, Bill Nye the Science Guy even once denounced the existence of Australia. He said, "Say to the grown-ups, if you want to accept Australia and live in your world that's completely inconsistent with everything we observe in the universe, that's fine. But don't make your kids do it, because we need them. We need geographically literate voters and taxpayers for the future. We need people that can. We need engineers that can build stuff, solve problems. Please, don't teach your kids Australianism." Hopefully by now I have convinced you that Australia is nothing more than a work of fiction. A dreadful work of fiction. Australia is just an elaborate scheme
So he's
cooked up
saying
by the government
Australia
of
is
New
now a
Zealand,
cult.
intended to protect their self-esteem and prevent them from being labelled as the worst country on earth. But just think, all of this could have been avoided if the founder of New Zealand had just been made aware of Brazil. You're welcome, society. And if you enjoyed this
Oh my
video, then please check out
Oh,
the
God.
videos.
No, we definitely didn't. So
No. No. I want to know
Oh
what
my
size
God.
he had for the poll, right? Because if we're talking 2 people, him and a couple of mates, well, then that's all right. But if he's gone out to a few people and 69% are saying they don't believe Australia's real, my God, the world's in a worse shape than I thought. I'm going to have to get more, activists. I'm going to have to become a real big activist, not just sit on Jim's channel calling them mongs. I'm going to have to actually get out there. God.
they need to be brought back to reality.
Oh,
Yes.
You're a mong.
God. You're an absolute deluded mong. And 69% of everyone else that did that poll is a mong too. What the hell? Oh, God. The delusion is strong here, ladies.
Yes, it is.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
definitely strong.
It's very
Wow.
strong. And I just feel my brain melting right now because it's just so painful to watch this.
Oh, God.
I'm glad I'm wearing a headset, or mine would have been dribbling out of my ears by now.
I know the headphone, the earphones are keeping my brains in.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't even talk anymore.
Exactly. My
That was
God.
real stupid.
That was really dumb. And I did like his expression when he shows himself talking about Australia. His eyes rolled up to his head.
I know that was great.
That was perfect.
Oh, wow.
Oh, need to breathe in, breathe out.
Well, I can assure everyone that it's not true. I think I'd know if I was a robot. It could have some advantages, and I know that there's no slave labour or children working in factory sweatshops or anything making robots of Australians. I know that's not happening. We're not making robots of kangaroos. Definitely not. God. I mean, I almost want to buy this poor guy a plane ticket.
Yeah.
Just so he can come here and I can call him a mong. Send him home.
Right to his face. It's like,
Exactly.
To
Get off the
little
plane.
monkey face. Yeah.
You idiot.
oh my God. It's amazing that these people can function in society in any meaningful way when they espouse beliefs like this.
Oh,
I know.
gosh.
I know. You gotta wonder.
Oh yeah. This is why it's so painful. It's like, oh my God.
It's it amazes me that someone believes in anything.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
there's people out there that just like, oh, I read one line in a book and oh wow, that's my reality now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it.
I know.
Oh, man. But yeah, they
Oh.
won't believe anything like NASA or SpaceX, these guys who have dedicated their lives and educations to bettering mankind, and look where we're at.
Nope.
Unbelievable.
Nope. That's all fake. That's not real. And it's like, you're kidding me.
Exactly.
Wow.
Like, oh my God. All right. What other stupid do we have?
Yeah, we've got some real good stupid coming up too. Let's see. We've got video 2 was does Finland exist? And they say no. And then
Wow.
Fake History of America is video 3. Video 4 is Fake Sun. And video 5 is Why Do They Fake Space? All equally painful.
I like the thought of the fake sun, but fake space is a biggie that pops up, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It is a big one that pops up.
Flatties love fake space.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, they do. It's all they talk about is how fake space is. It's fake. It's not real. It's lights.
Yes.
Lights in the sky.
And luminaries.
Oh,
Yeah, they're just lights.
And lights in the sky.
All right, I think we've made a decision there, Cheesy. We'll
Yes.
go with space, please, for 300.
It'd be great if we could win money.
Yeah.
Get paid
When
for
I
saying
say
stuff
that
like-
space is fake,
Oh,
people
good
all
Lord.
over the globe are up in arms,
Smoky Tom Tom.
and they want to
That's
kill
the
me
start.
for saying that.
That's
In actual
Star Trek.
fact, I am making a correct statement. Space really is fake,
Oh, so
whether
he's
you want to
the
believe
one
it
to judge
or
on
not.
whether he's lying or not. That makes
People
sense.
all over the globe find it incomprehensible that governments of the world would get together and conspire to deceive the human population. 99.99% of the human population do not know what is really going on in this world. They get up in the morning, Joe Blogs on the street, get up in the morning, go to work, return home in the evening, watch television, then go to bed, and repeat the same pattern for at least another 4 days.
Like he's recycling the picture on the
I
And
was
they're
just
so
gonna say,
happy in
yeah,
this
Exactly.
in this world, just following the same regime, the same
Jesus, can you
routine.
talk any slower?
To put into context what I'm saying, we have to go back to the beginning of the 20th
To the Wright
century
brothers.
when the Wright brothers invented the airplane. And when they
Oh, my God.
started to fly at altitude and over long distances, they began to find anomalies.
How
For
high did the
example,
Wright brothers
if the
plane
Earth
go?
has a
About 100
circumference of
feet, I think.
24,901
Yeah,
miles
it only
Yeah.
was like a few feet
and
off
a
the
radius
ground.
of
Wasn't that
3,959
far off the
miles,
ground either.
you would
Transit,
notice
They
a
land,
flew it
and
around
curve
the
or
fly.
tubes
even
a
a
little bit, but that
drop
was
in
it.
the
It
elevation
was
Yeah.
of the physical nature of the
wasn't
the
very
Earth, the
far.
ground. And
Oh my
they did not
goodness.
see that. They were flying level at, say, 20 to 30,000 feet in the air. They found that the ground
that
beneath them
No,
followed the
no,
aeroplane
no.
perfectly level. And of course, the idiots who believe in the spinning basketball in the vacuum of space say
This is
that
hurting me.
the aeroplane was following the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah, can we have a
Utter
pause
rubbish.
there, please?
Oh, God.
99.9% of us are ignorant of this fact. We need to remember that.
Yes.
I
Oh,
mean, God, they've got to make out like space is fake, right? Because it's the only thing that will actually make their delusion make any type of sense. But
Exactly.
oh God, to bring the Wright brothers into it, I mean, they literally only hopped off the ground, didn't they? Like they hardly
Yeah,
had 30,000
they
feet
did.
in that thing. No oxygen.
They
They'll be
did.
dead
Yeah,
within
they
5
pass
minutes.
out.
Oh,
Pass out before they got that high.
I know. It's like, what does and they're not seeing what they're supposed to be seeing.
yeah, clearly
know.
the Wright
It's like-
brothers saw it as flat when they were up at, 1 foot off the ground.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
God.
Yeah, well, that's
And
when they released the air and gassed them and gave them their story
Uh-huh.
That's right.
The
While
Wright
they were on the
brothers
on the
arrived
plane.
in the
Yeah,
plane.
first plane and the first lot of
Told them they
druggies.
were in Australia.
Yes, God.
And one thing that Cheese pointed out too, when in the back chat, he pointed out that he's just told us people all over the globe.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yes.
Yeah.
yes. Flat Earthers do that all the time. They talk about
They
the
do.
atmosphere and... Well, no,
Yeah.
they do change the words, though. They've made up their own words now. It's plane, isn't it? Or something ridiculous.
Something like that.
Something like that. Oh my
Some
And
of
the
them
gosh.
go
ether
their
band or
IQ is
something.
very low. Yes. Yeah, it's quite of a contradiction, really, isn't it?
Oh my God, that's a riot.
Oh.
The first thing I saw was Star Trek. It's like,
Yeah.
Hitting the edge, hitting the wall.
yeah, hitting.
Well, yeah,
The
yeah.
snow globe.
The
yeah.
Enterprise just kept hitting the dome. It wasn't even in our.
Over and over and over and over.
Yeah,
and
over and
again.
over
Yeah,
again.
this is the best CGI he could come up with. I mean,
Yeah,
good
pretty
God.
bad.
Oh God.
Oh, fun fact, that the Mars rover or the helicopter, one of the two, actually has a piece of the Wright brothers, the fabric from their plane with it. So it's now on Mars.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, little tidbit. I don't know where it came from, but hell, I believed it.
I believe it.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I think it might have been Dead Kennedy that mentioned it somewhere. But yes,
I think so.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
so that's your education for the day, people.
Lovely.
Because this ain't going to be educational in any way, shape, or form.
No.
Oh my God, that's funny.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Exactly.
In the early 1930s, when Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party came to power in Germany, they've sent expeditions all over the world, and
No.
particularly to Antarctica, where they set up a base and called it New Schwabenland. Now, the
What?
Germans, the Nazis rather,
What
believed
map's
that
that
they
written on?
descended from
I've heard
a
this
group of
theory
people
before.
called the Aryans. And these people lived in Middle Asia. And of course, they believed the earth was flat. The Nazis found further proof at the height of World War II when they sent V-2 rockets to London.
Yeah,
And
and they actually proved
They
the
found
curve.
out that these rockets
Yeah.
traveled great distances
Well,
without using
That's how they
any
calculated how the
ball
rockets traveled.
earth mathematics.
If
On
they
a globe.
calculated
Whatever you
using
may
a
think
flat
of
Earth, they would have
Admiral
crashed.
Richard E. Byrd, the fact of the matter is that the United States Navy did send him to the Arctic and the Antarctic on expeditions, military expeditions, to explore
No,
those two continents.
Mm-hmm.
no.
And he claimed to have found anomalies at either end. And what he found was the physical edge of the Earth.
That's not what he
As a
said.
direct result of these findings,
Exactly.
they set up the International
Admiral Byrd did not
Geophysical
say
Year,
that he found the edge of the Earth.
1957 to 1958.
Literally.
Scientists from all over the globe participated in this venture. What they found
Didn't
set
someone
up a
fall
chain
off
of
the
events
edge?
that
Logan
resulted in
Paul's
the
friend?
creation of NASA
Oh yeah, he
and
did.
the Antarctic Treaty.
Ah.
Also, don't forget, just after the World War II, they created the United Nations, the controllers of the New World Order or the One World Government, and every world legislation has to go through the United Nations.
The United Nations wish they had
Well,
that much
what about the
power.
Russians? I hear you ask. What about them? Well, they were in on it as well. The
Oh,
leader
God,
of the
another dude
International
making shit up.
Geophysical Year, Professor
exactly.
Van Allen.
Mhm.
Yes, he of the Van Allen belts had already invited the Russians to join the scientific endeavor, and he invited them in 1954. Don't forget, the Russians were the first to fake space with the ridiculous metal ball with antennas called Sputnik
I'm
1.
sorry, I can't help myself.
Then they had the audacity to claim that they put the first human in space, Yuri Gagarin.
The
Then in
arrogance
July
of it, I tell you.
1969,
Oh my God.
the
Lies.
United States government and its executive office of NASA committed the most fraudulent event in human history. They claimed that they had sent 3 men to the moon, where
Well,
2
that's
of those
wrong.
men descended to the lunar surface, walked around a bit, took some photographs, then blasted off from there and back to Earth. Yeah, right. Cool story, bro. What about all the people who work for NASA? Are they all lying? No, not really.
What accent's he trying
Those
to do?
technicians who you see on the picture, they go to work. They're given
Was that a southern
specifications to build a
accent?
contraption
Yeah.
like the one you see on the picture, and they just do their job. They build that thing, and they think that will go into space. And
No, they don't
don't
think
forget,
they know.
you know,
Oh, God.
they
They
don't
know it
know
will go
what
into
their
space.
managers know, and the managers don't know what the director knows, because it's all compartmentalized. You know, they do their job,
Oh,
go
God,
home,
this is so much
and
crazy.
you know, get paid real good wages for it. And it doesn't
Yeah,
take
'cause
millions
they're
of people
astrophysicists and engineers.
to fake space or
Yeah.
to keep the lie going. All you need are a handful of people right at the top. All military
Oh my God.
organizations
Please
follow
pause it there, Cheese.
ne-
I wish that I was at the head of NASA. He must be the richest dude on the planet. The NASA guy, whoever runs NASA,
Oh, God.
you know, better than Elon Musk, because NASA's just huge. But there's only a couple of them that actually make money out of it. That's what I got from this dude.
Yeah.
Wow. Not to mention there's about 72 or 73 space agencies throughout the world, including New Zealand actually has one. And we do,
Yes.
there's rocket launches there as well in New Zealand. But yeah, just this whole delusion of thinking that you could keep this under wraps, right? Like if Russia found out the world was flat and America was going around saying it was a globe, Russia would 100% leak the information. There's just no way that they would keep this, you know.
Yeah. China, Russia, America, Iran. I mean, we're all in on it. That makes no sense whatsoever.
India, New Zealand,
India, all these countries. You're right. They all have, a lot of countries have space agencies, and they've sent rockets and satellites and, you know, things to the moon. And, you know, the other thing is he talks about this compartmentalization. These engineers that are building this stuff, they're not stupid.
Yeah.
They know what they're building. They know they design it. When you design, married to an engineer, when they design stuff, they know if it's going to work. That's what they do.
Exactly.
They know it's going to work to go into space. They know that what they're building works. And then when you put it on a rocket pad and you launch it up into space, what does that do? It just crashes back down to Earth? It goes nowhere? I mean, what do we do? Although we did have that guy that had sound waves, and that's where the International Space Station is in some hangar somewhere.
Oh no, I got told that it was in a big pool somewhere.
Oh yeah,
like the whole space station, not just a little bit that they train on. It's like the whole space station.
Yeah,
I want to know where the hell that pool is.
Exactly, it's like so absurd,
wouldn't it?
It's just so absurd. The compartmentalization that he's talking about is just so absurd. I mean, if you work in any kind of large company, people know what's going on.
Oh, people know what's going on. God, yeah. I mean, you can work in a big corporation, right? But you still know what office lady is doing what manager. I mean, you know.
Exactly. You're going to keep this kind of secret?
And let alone something this major. Like, it's going to get out, right? You're always going to have that little office gossip that's going to say, hey, guys, guess what I know? There's just no way they'd keep this secret.
Exactly.
Well, that's
I
it
mean,
right there.
You know, blowjob, White
Oh,
House,
man.
need I say more?
Exactly. There we go.
Exactly.
There we go.
I know.
Yeah.
We couldn't even keep that secret. Someone said something about that. You think we're gonna have so many people who aren't telling?
God,
No.
there's going to be one of these people, Aimee, would go out with her girlfriends or out with his mates playing golf or something, have a few too many beers, and all of that, they would say it. Hey, guess what, guys?
Exactly.
The Earth is flat.
And it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have. Yeah, and it's all fake, and we're hiding it from you. They're gonna.
Yeah.
That's
You want
it.
to know the secret?
Yeah. I got to tell you this. I know.
Like
Yeah.
one boys' weekend would blow this conspiracy out of the water, right? Because they couldn't help themselves but to mention it over a few drinks. Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, they're just delusional. It's just, the delusion's so strong here with this. And the whole Antarctic thing, Nazis are down there with a secret base and stuff. Like, they all think this. It's so weird.
It's
Well,
very weird. I want to
in
thank
Doctor
Will
Who-
the Dwarf and sub to Globers and Goblins for the Australian $1. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thank you.
yay. Australian
Yay.
$1 is
Oh,
not worth
thank
a
you.
lot, though, in America. It's worth about 9 cents. But hey, it's the thought.
It was. Thank you very much. That's funny.
Oh, God.
That's
But
all right.
I was going to say, Doctor Who, one of the episodes, there's Nazis or English people on Mars that they live there. They got shot up there during the war, and yeah. So that's about as believable as what this dude is saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. We've been running a poll all evening and the poll closed and Australia is fake according to the side chat. They decided with 63% of the vote.
How many Aussies are there in the chat? Let me see.
What sort of audience have we got here, guys? I think we need to rethink about this.
I think
Well,
so.
to be fair,
What
it's mainly
happened?
men and conspiracy theorists.
Right. It all makes sense now, Mipet.
I'm gonna cry. No.
God.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Oh,
That's great.
Please continue, cheese.
Basis structure. They only know what they've been told. And yes, they go to elaborate lengths to keep this lie going. And it is hard to believe. And to Joe Blokes on the street, this is incomprehensible that governments could lie
No,
to their
they just
people.
don't give a shit.
But the cold truth of the matter is that these governments and agencies fake space. And they will keep on doing this until the day they come clean and announce to the world that the Earth is in fact flat
Is a globe.
and stationary.
Just thought I'd fix that for him. Ohio had a lot of astronauts.
I was going to say, for one
That's
state,
20-something. Yeah, for one state, there was 20-something astronauts there.
and that's one state, you know. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
with all
that's
the
one
rest,
state.
you know, a little bit of a secret. I
Yeah.
can't see it myself.
God,
Oh my
it's just
gosh.
unbelievable, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, wow.
Well, it's
I still
unbelievable.
can't get
that
over
they
the
actually-
audience thinks so. Australia's fake.
Yeah, but they're bastards. We all know that.
I just want to know, what do these people do for jobs? You know, do they have
Yeah.
jobs?
I was
Can
going
they
to
tie
say
their
they don't have
shoes?
jobs.
You know, can they, maintain their own personal hygiene? Like, what are they
Yeah.
doing with their lives?
It does make you wonder, and I was thinking the same thing. Do they have someone that has to help them and prompt them to do, do their basic life skills, like taking care of themselves and keep them
Brushing
from
their
wandering?
teeth.
Keep them from wandering off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make sure
they've
they
got a
stay
little,
safe.
because we're all robots, we've got a little thing in our ear that buzzes in our ear to tell us.
Oh my gosh.
It's just
Your
the,
command today is.
it's just what sort of relationships do they have with people in the real world, right? Like, if one of my friends came to me and said, look, I think space is fake, like, I'd quickly take them to a mental hospital or give them a good shake. Like, what? Where's their friends, and family to sort of say, hey, you might have accidentally watched too many YouTube videos over the lockdown?
Yes. Exactly.
You've had
Yeah,
them
and-
running while you've been sleeping, haven't you? Like, something's gone on here.
Yeah.
Have you fallen on your head somewhere too many times?
Well, to be fair, a lot of Australians haven't. We're all robots. That's why we haven't got very much COVID.
Oh,
There you go.
Catch COVID. There you go. And New Zealand's in the same boat.
It's going to be the next conspiracy, Mipet. Watch out.
Well, we're all robots.
I bet you Norton antivirus and McAfee are just having a blast in Australia and New Zealand.
We blew the lid off the whole building.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
very pollutant from that poor man. I mean, the guy's obviously believes it, right? Because you wouldn't go to that much effort and make a YouTube video and everything he's done, if you weren't convinced that it was true. Unless you're going to make a lot of money out of it. And it didn't look like he was making a lot of money. I could be wrong. He might be famous. Who knows?
I don't think you are, but...
No, I don't think you're wrong.
No. Not at all. I don't think you're wrong at all.
God,
Oh my
and the real
God.
smart people, like the real rocket scientists and stuff. I wonder what they think of these people. Just like, were they dropped on their heads when they were younger? Had they suffered from some blunt force trauma or something? Like, what's going on?
I've always thought that too. I've wondered because, oh my goodness, how can you think the Earth is flat? And now that I'm learning more about it, now that I've been in Gem server, Panda's server and stuff like that, it's like all the other conspiracies that come up and QAnon and all of that. It does make you wonder what's going on there.
I think there has actually a psychologist is actually doing a study on conspiracies in general, but focused on the flat Earth conspiracy. And he has gone out and him and his team in the UK have spoken to quite a few people that are in and around the flat Earth conspiracy, and people like me and Jem and Sheeples, who's a reformed flat earther. So it'd be really interesting to find out what his report says, because he's really trying to get into the psyche around why people believe this absolute ridiculous shit.
Oh my God! And in the UK, he's got what? He's got Riley and Oakley. Holy shit!
Oh,
the
God.
poor
Yes.
guy.
And Chemo. And who else is there? Yeah, Chemo too. Then there's the guy
Del.
in Ireland.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Del. Yeah, there's a bunch.
There's a bunch of them.
Not enough sunlight.
You've got the Adam, the guy who owns the chemist. What's his name? Adam Meakin.
Yes, there's that one too. Then there's the guy with the gate. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, the gay
Oh,
guy.
yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
gate guy.
That's right.
Is that Leavenworth Observer, or is that another one?
Yeah, no,
that's
the
in-
level earther. Yeah, that's
Yep.
yeah, another guy.
That's who that
Yeah.
is.
God, what's in the water over in the UK? We'll have to ask again.
Don't know.
Don't go there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was wondering that too, because there seems to be a big concentration there. And of course, the US, we have all the other conspiracies and stuff too that are really
The
causing
gateway
issues.
conspiracies.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you'd have states that haven't got insane people in it, haven't you?
no.
Or every single state has.
We have
has-
states with less insane people and states
Yes.
with more insane people. But
Well,
no
you've
state
just
is
got the randos
unscathed.
that go to every
No.
state, like Thompson.
Yeah. Yeah, who
He
goes
just-
to
yeah.
wherever he can find a couch.
I was going to say he just creates stupid for the whole of the US.
And a
Yes.
shower with 8
Yes,
kids.
does.
Don't forget the shower with 8 kids. When he was
Oh, yeah.
sleeping on someone's couch and they had a shower with 8. I mean, who needs 8 kids in a shower? But
Could be very interesting and fun, but hey,
yeah, it's
Oh my
yeah.
God.
The UK's got a lot to answer for, ladies.
They do.
all right, we're going to have to find an English woman to berate.
Yeah, that's right, Emma UK. She's another
Oh,
I just keep thinking of them. They keep popping up. Oh my god. And we have a super chat.
Oh wow!
Yes, we do. £5 from Gary Bennett says, "Leave the pommies alone."
Oh, shut up, Gary.
We
Thank you
are
so
leaving
much,
you
Gary.
alone. You've got too many insane people there.
Oh my god, that's great.
Thanks,
Oh.
Gary. See that £5? That's worth 5 trillion American dollars. Unlike our Aussie dollars. That's the budget. Gary's just given us the budget to NASA right there, ladies. The yearly budget, NASA's budget.
Exactly. Their dollars are huge. Those pounds there.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you can get away from meeting any of the UK flat earthers, if you get a normal UK man, ladies, it might be quite profitable.
Yes.
You know, just thinking of the sterling, or what do they call it? Yes, it's the
The pound
sterling, isn't it? The
sterling, yeah.
pound. Yeah, the pound
Yeah.
sterling.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the exchange rate is right now, but yeah, it's not favorable for the US. I can tell you
No, I
that.
think my number's pretty accurate, Amy, with 5 trillion American dollars.
Exactly.
She read it on YouTube. It must be true.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Let's accept bitcoins. We'll accept some bitcoins in the chat as well if anyone wants to throw some our way.
There we go. That works too. 73 cents is
Yep, 73
pence
cents
is a dollar. Yep. It's a wow. Yeah. Not favorable in our direction at all.
Nope.
And Australia's just the worst out of all of you. So
Oh.
We'll come back, Mipet. We'll come back.
we will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our money's plastic. It can go through the wash.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. At least yours isn't ugly and plain like ours. Ours is kind of just boring. Everybody
No,
has
ours is
color.
really
Like
cool.
green and black or green and grey.
Yeah.
or-
Yeah, it's
How
kind
boring.
of like the ink is just green and black and it's boring and it's like ew. Everybody has
Yeah, well,
colors. Why can't we? You
Yeah,
know,
I was gonna say,
easier.
every different denomination has its own colour and
Yeah.
special picture on it of, prominent Australian people. Yeah, it's quite cool.
Nice.
Or animals. The kangaroo's on one note, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I think
Oh.
yeah. It
Nice.
used to
Robotic
be,
kangaroo.
yeah, I was going to say it used to be 3 robotic kangaroos on the $1 note until we got rid of that. Do you have to pay robots or you'd have to
Oh.
maintain them? Is there a special hospital where, these robots go to be fixed if they start sort of, their heads start spinning around or something?
We send them to the UK. And they all become flat earthers.
I like what Cheese had to say too. Sea levels in the UK are not rising. It's the amount of stupid that's sinking the island.
Oh,
That's
Oh
brilliant.
my god.
that's great. That's great.
That's awesome. That's too funny. Yep. That's pretty bad. Was that the end of that video, Cheese? That was, wasn't it?
Please say yes.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, it
excellent.
was.
'Cause he's-
Almost certainly.
Oh, thank you. Because he's
Oh,
just
God.
he's yeah. If
He
you
just
have
makes stuff
insomnia,
up.
listen to him. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, absolute insanity.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So which ones do we want to do next? We've got Austria. We have already did that one. We have Finland doesn't exist. Fake history of America and fake sun. What would you guys
How
like
about
next?
when I read fake sun, all I can think about is flat earth Aussie Jesus saying that it's
Oh,
a
God.
portal into a different dimension.
That's
I
right.
like that idea.
But this sounds a little bit, this actually sounds better than
Yeah.
what he says.
Flat Earth Jesus, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus has gone full retard though, hasn't he?
Oh,
Has he
he's
really?
crazy. Yeah, he's
Oh, God,
absolutely nuts.
Oh my god. I didn't know that. Oh geez.
Oh, yeah, he had a brain tumor that he operated on himself using spiritual ways, and now he's all better. So he did surgery on himself, apparently. That
crazy.
may explain something, He just got
Yeah.
a corkscrew and screwed it in his ear or something.
It's crazy.
Wow. So maybe he pickled it out. I don't know, because he used to drink all that, whatever that moonshine stuff he made was.
Oh God.
Yeah. And he just, if you've seen him on camera, I mean, this dude looks like the epitome of a hobo in any country.
Yes.
And it's but it's 10 times worse in Australia. Our hobos really look like hobos. And he's definitely one of those.
Yeah, there's no one telling him when to shower, unfortunately.
No.
No.
And he probably has quite a few critters living in all that hair and beard.
Yes.
Be putting some animals out of a home. Oh,
Oh God.
He's going to change the ecosystem if he ever takes a bath. Jeez.
Oh, that's a good one.
geez, I reckon hit us up with the sun one. What do you
Yep.
reckon?
Yes, please.
Yeah, it sounds like we want to see that one.
Yeah.
I do have to tell everyone the first few minutes of this video is dead silent.
Okay.
Oh, it's not one that you got to read.
I hope not. Fake sun, moon, and planet. Okay. What's this thing?
Oh, and Nibiru.
Oh.
Well, that makes absolutely no sense. I mean, what's
The-
pictures
the-
of?
The video doesn't want to play. The video's it's that stupid that OBS has said we are not watching this video.
Something happens every time. OBS decides for us. Every time.
We,
The stupid sorted
The
out
stupid
OBS.
has overloaded the system.
Too much dumb. Well, in
Oh.
the meantime, thank you very much, Truth Nerds, for €3. He said, I think the sun is a portal into the afterlife.
Wow.
Oh, that could
Okay.
be well, why not? Don't they? When on Star Trek and stuff, they do have space funerals, and they send them off into a sun, don't they?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
See, that would be cool. Sort of like being at sea where they throw you over the side and let the sharks have you.
Yep. Black screen of death. That's too funny.
Okay,
wait.
There we go.
I think it's
Here we
playing.
go.
So we're back to dead quiet
Oh.
for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Some sort of solar panels.
Oh, well, it's going to be really cool pictures of space.
It
CGI.
is. Yeah.
That's CGI, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, sun dogs.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
Yeah.
One of the flat earthers was saying that they were sun gazing for hours. Did you hear that, Mipet?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
not
my God.
blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eh,
Just in every other
Definitely
sense you
normal.
are.
Definitely normal.
What the
Yeah,
heck are you doing?
frying his
flashing.
camera sensor.
Whoa.
Well, it definitely looks like the image has been played with anyway. It's all...
Yeah.
No, I see the sun like this every day, Mipet. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, I haven't been out of my house in 6 months. I wouldn't know what the sun looks like.
Yeah.
Oh. What is wrong with this guy's camera? There's a black dot in the middle of the sun every time he takes a picture of it.
It's basically
But
overloading.
it's on.
his
It looks like
sensor.
it's on his windscreen, almost.
It does.
He might
It's
just need some
basic-
solar filter or something, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He
This
needs
is a
filter on
camera.
it.
Oh, there it went away.
Yeah,
Nope,
because
it's back.
it's
coming and going.
overloading the sensor. It's too much light for it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so that's why it makes
Creating
that
a black
dot.
spot.
Yeah. It looks
He's got
cool
it.
that day.
He's
I'm
got the
watching
footage
it.
home, and he's looked at it and decided that the sun is fake because it's got a big black spot in it.
It does. And
Because
bird
I
poop on
don't
his
know
window.
what. Because I don't know that there's any other explanation other than it must be fake.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's just overloading his camera sensor. I think at least that's how I remember it was explained. It's
Yeah, the focal,
Yeah.
the light, just if there's too much going in, it just
Yeah.
can't read it.
No.
Right. And it
Exactly,
gives you a black
overlaps
spot. That makes sense.
Or
Yeah.
potentially he does have a black spot on his windscreen because he seems to be doing a lot of
Possible.
driving around
Through
in
his
his car.
car.
Like, what's this guy doing? Where's the cops? Why aren't they giving him a ticket? He's driving and videoing at the same time.
I know the dub.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are they? He's got this.
I mean,
phone
I'd hate
shoved
to
up
be a
in the window.
Karen, but let's get the managers here. Where's the cops?
Oh, wait. Voiceover
Oh,
help by
help.
Peter White Voices.
Nice.
Hey
Giving
everybody,
credit
it's
shout-outs
Friday,
to someone
December
who's helped
8th,
him.
7:20 p.m. Mountain Time, 2017. What you're looking at is Crazy Horse Monument in southwestern South Dakota. This photograph here and this one right here were taken by a man named Jonathan back on August the 8th. He sent these pictures to me early this week, and he noticed something in both of these pictures. These are two separate pictures he took just seconds apart. And he sent them to me wanting to know what, if anything, he thought maybe this object was in the sky in this photograph. He didn't see it when he took the picture, and he wasn't sure what to make of it. And
What
I, quite
object in the
honestly,
sky?
am not either. But it's very interesting, and I'm going to share it with you guys and let you decide. This is where he took both of those pictures that I just showed you. Right here. There's two separate pictures. This one and the one before.
Uh-huh.
Right here in southwest South Dakota at Crazy Horse
Looks legit.
Monument. And here it is on
There's a pin in
Google
it.
Earth.
Yeah, it's got to be real.
Oh, there. You got the little Google thing.
Right here.
Mhm.
Oh,
So that's where we're
the
at.
That's where the Crazy
August
Horse
the 8th.
Monument is.
So I took the pictures and I zoomed in, kind of altered the contrast color, did all kinds of different things with the color, the clarity, highlights, everything that I could possibly do to pull out whatever this possibly was in these photos. And you can see it up here in the upper left-hand corner at about the 11
can?
o'clock position.
I'm not seeing
This is
anything
a
there.
picture that I have adjusted a little bit. I'll
Clouds?
show you many, many more. I've never seen anything
It
quite
just
like this.
looks
And if
like
you
two
look at
pictures
the pictures,
with
just
clouds. I
Yeah.
don't understand.
I'm confused.
What was in the left-hand corner, ladies? Because I didn't see anything.
It looked like a little wisp of cloud.
That's what it looked like
did
to
at
me too.
first. Yeah.
It looks like a little bit of a duck down on the right-hand side. You know, a bit of a duck stretched out in the. But
I don't know. Is he going to tell us what it is?
Pareidolia kicking in.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's what Jesse Hollabeck said too. I see a mountain that looks like a man looking up. Damn pareidolia.
Yeah, but he keeps pointing at shit in the sky. There is nothing there.
No,
Other than
I just
clouds.
see the clouds. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Is there
let's
more
see
to
if we
this?
can explain it.
quite like this. And if
We
you
need
look
to
at
mansplain.
the pictures, just in general, they're very pleasant. There's nothing brilliantly bright in these pictures as far as light saturation goes. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of pictures of objects in the sky, and typically the sun is just overpowering the photograph, and it's causing all kinds of light anomalies in the photograph. That's not the case with these photos. It's just a pleasant picture of, you know, a monument. I mean, there's no bright lights in here that would dominate or interfere with the photographs. So in this one here, I zoomed in and adjusted the contrast just briefly, and then I get
Of course.
to where I really get to adjusting the color and stuff. But you can see it right up there, and it's definitely very interesting. Let's see here. I've got so
round
many
cloud.
pictures going that it's unbelievable. Let's just go with this one. There it is again.
Totally
Pay attention to
unbelievable.
whatever these things are. There's one here at 6 o'clock, because I'm going to refer to these here later in the video. There's one at 6, and there's one way over here at about the 1 o'clock position. But just kind of pay attention to the distance and location of both
Is
of those
that a
things,
little
whatever
white
they
dot
are.
of
I have no idea what
something?
those are either.
Yeah, there's a little white
Um,
dot there.
And you'll see what I mean here.
Yeah.
There's the one at 6 o'clock
Right.
position. Here's the one at 1. This is picture number 2. This is picture 1. This is picture 2. And I've adjusted the color in both of these pictures. You can see that this little white
Oh,
object,
maybe that's why you're seeing something.
whatever that is in both of his photographs.
Gotta adjust
In this
it,
photograph, it's
like-
at the
Is it-
4 o'clock
When
position.
you adjust the color, you
And
change
this is in the
things.
same position with respect
Exactly.
to 1 o'clock. It's just farther away. So I don't know if these things, whatever they are, were moving, or if this possibly moved a little bit, whatever it is. I have no idea, but I've seen hundreds and hundreds of lens flares in photographs, and this is just simply
Clouds.
not your typical lens flare by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, it looks like a honeycomb. It's a hexagon. And when you look at it really close, it's got definition. It's got a circle in the middle of it.
Squint your eyes up
It's actually
really
kind of neat.
tight.
And from the research that I've done the last couple of
I'm 1
days,
inch from the
there's been
screen.
other people see these things in the sky, actually saw them
lens.
One guy saw him twice as he was viewing the moon. I'll get to that also here in just
But
a
he
minute. But let
didn't
me just
see
show
them
you the
until he took the
photographs that I've
picture.
taken. I'll give you that guy's
He didn't
witness
see them with his
testimony that
eyes.
saw something similar to this in front of the
Must be the
moon in
police.
his telescope. He had his camera and telescope set up on the moon from Florida, and he's seen something
I'm
similar
convinced.
to
This
this
is
twice.
compelling evidence
This
right
is another perspective of this. I've adjusted the. In fact, this is full negative.
It's another
Exactly what I've done. I've
odd-shaped
taken it, put
cloud.
it into full negative.
You think
Looks
it
like a
might be
honeycomb.
an ink blot from a
What else do we have? There's
psychiatrist?
another look at it. It's very dark. And this,
Ooh,
but
that's
I've done all this.
convinced
I've
me,
adjusted
Nick,
all
right
the light
there.
just
Yeah,
so you can
look at
see it
that.
at a different perspective. Different perspective. Definitely got a honeycomb thing going on here. What do we
Definitely,
got
yeah.
here? This one here, it almost looks like it's got
A lens flare,
reflectivity.
I'd say.
So there's more than
And
one.
here's the object
and
at
are they
6
supposed to be
and
the
1
sun
o'clock.
or what?
Here's another look at it here. Definitely
Yeah, I'm completely lost.
a honeycomb. Another look at it here. That's a pretty good picture there. The way I adjusted the, I think it was the
No,
lighting.
that's not a
and
pretty
I
good picture of
removed some
anything.
color. I don't know, but you can see there's a circle in the
It's a
center of
He's
this
blurry
saying it's
thing.
a pretty good
crap.
picture, therefore it is.
He
There
sounds
you can see it
convinced.
again
Who
in this
does?
photograph.
I'm sure if I can
like
blow
it's
it up
just
and
a cloud.
Here's
Pixelate
another
it,
one, and
yeah.
here's these objects still at 6 and
Pause for
1.
a second, cheese, please. Thank you. I just wanted to say we have Vishanti. Vishanti was able to join us tonight. How are you tonight?
Hi.
Hello.
hey, Vishanti.
I just got out of one of the Passover Seders, and I'm not drunk, but I've had some wine. So, what's up?
You'll need more.
Oh, I've got plenty more. I still got like 2/3 of a bottle left, so I'm doing all right.
Nice.
I was telling somebody the other day it's a good thing I'm not Orthodox because they drink 4 full glasses of wine during their Passover Seder. I would probably die.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, doing good.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Well, we found out that Australia's fake, so Queen and I aren't real. Oh no, sorry, we're robots.
We're
That's right.
robots, yes.
We found out that space is fake, and Star Trek proves it.
Oh, wow. Well, that's good because William Shatner turned 90 this week, so someone needs to let him know.
Yeah,
Will do.
the Enterprise keeps bumping into the dome. Yeah.
Right? And Leonard Nimoy, of blessed memory, would have also turned 90 this week. So
Yep. That's
may
right.
his memory be a blessing.
Yes.
Yeah. Seen
I
I miss
loads.
that guy.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we have a good comment about this video we're watching too. Colorado Biker Prepper said the angular spot that is a piece of dust on the CCD chip and the smaller one is a dead pixel. And he has a degree in photographic science. So there we go. So he knows about what's going on in this picture.
Wow.
So that's
That
cool.
actually sounds like
Somebody who knows
real.
what they're talking about.
Exactly. Exactly.
Someone who's not a mong on YouTube talking absolute
Yes.
crap.
Exactly.
So we're trying to work this video out, Vishanti. We don't know. It's supposed to be a fake sun, but he hasn't actually mentioned the sun yet, has he?
I mean,
No.
it looks like the hexagon is just the reflection of the back of the camera, but yeah, because I mean, didn't Mick West talk about some of this before, where if you see a hexagon, it's just the lens reflecting like the back inner part of the camera?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh God, Colorado Biker, please no Manischewitz, please, I'm begging you. It tastes like cough syrup. It's too sweet. It gives me headaches. I can't. Like, I've got a really nice dry Merlot here that's sitting on my table. No, it's a Cabernet, sorry. It's a Cabernet, and it's so good, but it doesn't taste like cough syrup, so. Props if you guys like Manischewitz. It's super sweet. But I can't drink it. It's too syrupy.
No.
Tangent. Sorry.
All right. Shall we try and find out what the hell this dude is actually trying to say?
Yeah, why not?
See, I was right. Colorado said it. The hexagon is from internal lens element refraction. I was right. I nailed it.
Yeah.
It
can
almost
do
looks like
science
it's
after drinking
I don't know,
wine.
dipping into the clouds. The clouds are moving around it or something. It kind of looks that way, but maybe not. Now, the reason I say that is because of this photograph, the way I've got it adjusted. I've really got things tweaked on this one, and you can see the clouds almost look like they are moving
And
around
that's
this
the
thing.
reason.
But maybe not. I don't know. Light looks different up here. Looks a little darker down here, like maybe it's tilted at an angle, or there's something that goes vertical. You can almost imagine a vertical triangle going here, 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 meeting
Imagine is
at
the
a
big
point up
word
here at the
there.
top. Because there does look like a star at the top. These things could be vertical, and that could be why it's reflecting light on this side and not on this side. I don't know. I'm just thinking outside the box of simply what this thing could be. It's not your typical lens flare, that's for sure. Just another look at it here again.
Not your typical lens
And
flare.
yet another perspective
And yet
here.
it is.
And I'm up pretty close on this. But here's what's interesting. I did some research. I looked
It's
on
literally the
New
inside of
Force,
the camera.
where people report
Exactly.
things that they see in the sky. It's got an archive, and I went back through the archives, and I was looking for chevrons, different types of objects that people report that they see in the sky, and there's always
Something that would
hundreds
help
and
my
hundreds of
theory
reports
conspiracy.
every month. Some months are more than others, but this particular one here I found interesting. I did find several people reporting seeing chevrons, but this one here I wanted to share because this gentleman here reported seeing a fast-moving, what he calls a black star, star-shaped object transiting the moon at 144 times magnification as he was viewing the moon through his telescope. And I think he had a camera on it as well. I don't think he got a picture. It just went through really fast as he was looking at the moon.
Oh, so
But
someone
here's the
said
thing.
I took a
He
picture of
drew
something
a sketch of
sometime.
what he saw,
Okay.
and that's what he saw. Not only did he see it once, and this was on November 30th, less than 10 days ago, he's seen this phenomenon twice. And that resembles, even though it's missing one point, that resembles a chevron or a honeycomb. This same guy has
It
seen it 2
does?
times in less than a
Apparently.
year. He says as a
Look
point
like
of
a
interest,
star.
this is actually the second of these objects that I have seen while observing the moon. The earlier observation took place on
And
June
you think the guy
23rd,
is seeing a
2016.
satellite or something?
And there is a report on file
Yeah, well,
here at
'cause
New Force.
the
that
ISS
reported the
does-
same phenomenon.
Past the moon.
So I found that interesting. There were other people that reported seeing like triangles and chevrons, but this was the closest I could find to something that kind of matched this description of whatever this
So,
thing here is.
Anytime
Again,
that
this
he
photo
says
was taken by
chevron,
Jonathan at the
it
crazy.
makes me think of Stargate.
Yeah.
Like Chevron 1 lock, and then Chevron 2, and pretty soon you get enough of those chevrons and you're gonna open the Stargate. So
Yep.
But so
Wow.
the title of this is Fake Sun, and yet he's talking about the moon? Or I'm not sure what the hell's going on here.
Talking about these
Yeah.
telescopes, I think, have been
Yeah, but I
some
mean,
telescope got them as well. Like clearly we know what the explanation is, so it's nothing out of the ordinary, but yeah,
it's
he's-
special to this special person.
Yes, clearly. And the black sun in the beginning of the video, God knows what the guy was doing there, but clearly he can't work a camera. And he's driving while he's doing it. I hate rule breakers.
But aren't chevrons sort of like little arrows?
yeah, they're like inverted V's.
Yeah, rather
Yeah.
than a hexagon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so
No,
I'm not
just
nuts.
Something, does something
Seen
smell
those
like
other ones, he didn't
wet
show us, did he?
beaver to you guys? Because Brady Beaver's in the chat now. Hi, Brady.
Hi, Brady.
Hey, Brady. Good to see you.
It says he's naked.
Hi.
I'm okay not knowing that.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, his vanilla smells unfiltered.
Uh-oh. I sent Brady a thing on Twitter this week where a beaver had gotten into like a state house or something and was, you know, people couldn't get it out. And so I sent it to him on Twitter, was like, all right, Brainy, make your demands. It was pretty funny.
That's awesome. That's great.
So we're going to let this dude get to his point about the sun, maybe?
How many videos are after this one? How much stupid did you save?
We've got like a couple videos left after this guy.
Okay.
That's it. So yeah.
I'll just continue eating my delicious home-baked, soft, not razor cracker unleavened bread.
Yummy.
Yum, yum.
Soft, warm bread. Nom, nom,
Oh
nom.
God. Yeah.
Keep it to yourself, you meanie.
Crackers are for chumps. Quote me on that. Buy my merch.
That's right. Yeah, that would jump too, because that's what I had earlier. I had some goldfish.
Let the torture continue then, Cheese.
Yes, please.
Horse Monument in South Dakota, August 8th, 2017. He did not see this object. He just noticed it in the photographs after the fact. Does
Well,
look
that's
like
'cause
it
it's
may
from the
be
camera.
moving. If it was moving, it was probably moving at a very high rate of
If
speed.
it was there, he would have saw
Probably
it with his
wasn't meant to be
eyeballs.
seen, obviously. But it does look like if it is something that is an unidentified aerial phenomenon, looks very sophisticated, whatever it is, I don't know.
Doesn't really look
But it's
sophisticated,
definitely
though, does it?
not your
I mean,
typical lens
No.
flare, that's for sure.
It is
Those are
sophisticated
typically
because it's a
round
camera, and that
and very
technology
obvious.
is
You know those when you see
impressive.
them, but this is definitely not your typical lens flare, that's for sure. So I found that interesting. I wanted to share that with you guys. Jonathan, thank you for sharing this with me. I've actually had fun with this thing. I've never seen anything like this in photographs before, so this
Oh, he
was
hasn't been
a
around many
new one for me
photographs
as
then.
well. And I want to thank you guys.
Oh,
Okay.
thank.
Yeah.
He didn't mention the sun at all, did he?
No.
No.
No, so I don't know how the sun was fake, other than the silence in the beginning.
Yeah, well, that was confusing. So
Yeah.
I got nothing to say on that one, except that the dude's nuts.
Yeah.
Well,
Are we going to do another one? We're going to make our brain melt more.
Yeah.
I've got wine. Let's do this.
All right. Sounds good. What have we got left? We've got la. We did the fake sun. We did the fake space. We did We've got Finland and fake history. So does
Nice.
Finland exist? Yes. So does Finland exist? No, it says. And then fake history of America. So which one would you like?
Ooh, choices.
I know.
All bad.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a tough choice. Do you want to do Finland? I think that would probably be a good one, huh?
Yeah. We
Yeah.
already saw that Australia was fake. Why not Finland?
Exactly. Why not?
I
We
mean,
don't have
at
any
least
Finns on the panel.
at least we know that this one absolutely started out as a troll, and then people started taking it seriously because that's how the internet works now.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, even Top Tens, Simon Whistler from Top Tens did a video on this, and even he was laughing his ass off. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so let's go ahead with that one, please. The Finland one. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we haven't got any European people in, do we?
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a
Can
post-fact
say what we
world.
like.
It's hard to overstate this fact, if it is indeed a fact. And it couldn't be more true if it is true of the so-called country of Finland, or Finland. Inhabited by so-called Finns, this is supposed to be a landmass between Sweden and Russia, whose capital is Helsinki. From my investigations, I found a source that you can find here, which tells a different story. I'll be speaking to Henroki, who is a self-proclaimed Finn, who comes from the island of Åland. The country of Finland was, in fact, created by an agreement between the Soviet Union and Japan. They signed a secret trade deal before World War II broke out, whereby the Soviet Union would allow Japan to fish in the Finnish Sea, which is the area where Finland is supposed to be, and fish large amounts of fish, of course, because fishing regulations don't apply to solid land. This fish and the products would be then transported across the Trans-Siberian Railway, which was built at the end of the 19th century, and across Asia all the way into Japan. The company in charge of these operations is Nokia, which is one of Finland's largest companies. One of the countries that Nokia sells the most products to is Japan.
Okay, so the funny thing to me, really, about all of this, beyond the obvious, is that it's an agreement between Russia and Japan. Well, if Finland's not there, what about Sweden? Doesn't it get to fish out of those waters too? It's literally right there.
No, they're blocked off.
And
Russia
was
blocked
this
them
made before like Estonia and Latvia and like Lithuania were broken off from the Soviet Union? Like, what do they have to say? Poland has access to those waters technically.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just saying. It's like Russia's a massive country, but most people live like west of the Ural Mountains. In Japan, literally, you would have to like either use the Trans-Siberian Railway, which is slow and kind of inconvenient, or you could go across like the Siberian Sea and all the glaciers and stuff and sail around the top, I guess, if you really wanted. But
well, I had a hard time with the deal between Japan and Russia because why? It was before World War II, and Japan is an island in the Pacific. They can fish lots of places.
I
Why
know,
do they
right?
need to fish there?
They only have access to the largest
to
sea on Earth.
Exactly. So why in that water right there? Is there special fish there or something? Because they have plenty of ocean to fish in.
There's something magical.
Why would
about
you bring all
Finnish
this fish hundreds of thousands of miles across land yet? That's even better.
Listen, there's something magical about Finnish fish, and I just think that maybe you should recognize that's just really important.
That's what it is.
Finnish fish, yeah.
Finnish fish. Say that 10 times fast.
That 10 times fast.
Right. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's funny. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's continue then.
It's a telling fact that despite being nominal enemies, the Soviet Union and Japan had very few confrontations directly during World War II. In fact, they signed a peace treaty in 1941, just before Germany invaded the Soviet Union. In order not to upset the Soviet Union and escalate the conflict further during the Cold War, most countries went along with this farce. Now, most people who are called Finns, the story goes, are actually people who come from the eastern parts of Sweden and some regions of the Baltic states and the western parts of Russia. I also have some pieces of evidence that I found myself. If you have a quick look on Google Maps, of all places, you'll find that between Sweden and Russia there is a sea. And the name of it is right there. It's the Finnish Sea. I'll leave you with one last piece of information. Have a look at the flag
There's
on
no
Norway.
Finland, and yet there's a Finnish sea.
Literally pause. Guys, I know that you know that that's a doctored image. I know that you know that. but please go look at Google Maps right now.
Yeah.
Bet you it's not there.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a big bit of dirt in the way
Yeah,
called Finland.
a really big piece of dirt. You know? It's like,
Yeah.
It gobsmacks me that Russia is sort of blamed for everything.
Well, yeah.
You know, they did this first, they did that first, but they're lying first to everybody. Yeah, yes.
That's just weird.
I'm just a confused Aussie right now.
I mean, you're not even real, so.
Well, exactly. I'm a robot, so don't mind me.
You're not real, you just think you are.
It's that great AI they used.
That's what it is.
Yeah, the AI from the 1800s.
Mhm.
They called those mechanical Turks.
You just got to wind me up every now and again.
Yeah,
I hear you're good at playing like chess though, so.
there we go.
Oh, are we? Actually, my son is a very good chess player. All right, Cheese. On with the torture.
You can see here, the flag of Norway looks very much like the flag of the Soviet Union with a Finnish flag embedded within it. I think this is more than just a coincidence. I think that Norway is trying to tell us something, and we should listen.
Norway's trying to tell us
Henrocky
that they're
has tried to persuade me
and Russia
that
together.
Finland does indeed exist. Have a look.
Hello everyone, I am Henrocky Mattinpoika and I'm Associate Travel Chronicle.
So what did you think about the information I sent over?
Well, I'm astonished, of course.
Right.
I don't know quite what to think of it, and who are these people? And my first immediate thought is to sort of juxtapose the position that, are they real?
You're talking about the people who are discussing or bringing forward the evidence that Finland isn't actually a real country.
Yes.
Evidence.
We might already be at an impasse, Henrocky, because I think that there is plenty of. I think a lot of that evidence is valid. I mean, you would consider yourself a Finn, is that right?
Yes, very much so. Yes.
So where are you from exactly?
I'm from the Åland Islands, southwesternmost region of Finland,
Right,
an autonomous region of Finland.
Yeah, so those islands are not on the main supposed landmass of Finland, is that right?
That's right.
Island
I think that if you were to examine evidence from maps and so on, you will find that the islands and the cluster of islands have, due to plate tectonics, drifted out and positioned itself really nicely in the middle of the Baltic Sea.
Have you been to the landmass?
Yes, I have. I have many times, yes.
Right.
I have traveled the entire length of that landmass from the islands in the southwest via Nordendal and Turku, two of the main ports on the western seaboard, up through the length of the country to the border town of Ivalo in the northeast. And I've even crossed the border there to what was then known as the Soviet Union.
How did you initially get into the landmass? How did you travel there?
Via ferry.
Via ferry. And
yeah.
I take it that you didn't have a particular way to track whether you were indeed traveling into the supposed landmass and not, say, towards the Baltic states, so Estonia, Lithuania, etc.
Not per se. I took it as evidence that I had arrived in mainland Finland when I entered through customs and immigration at the port of Naantali, as it's called, Nordendal.
I take it you speak Finnish?
Somewhat poorly, I will admit.
Wait, so what actually is your main language?
Swedish.
Right, so you don't actually speak Finnish?
I know the essential words. Lihapiirakka, nakit, herätyskello, perkele.
Do you know, have you got people that you know who come from, say, Helsinki or anywhere on the land?
I have met people from there, yes.
And
I have friends that live there at this present moment as well. Peter and his wife, for instance.
Okay, and you know for sure that they live there, or is it just something that they tell you?
I actually never visited their home, but they do say that they live in Helsinki, yes.
Right. Who do you work for? Are you a freelance, or do you work for a specific company?
I do work for a specific company. However, I'm at this point reluctant to disclose the name of that company.
Wait, is it Nokia?
Nokia.
Do you work for Nokia?
Nokia.
No, I don't work for Nokia. I work for a writing organization. I am an associate content provider. And I think, with regards to my employment and the nature of my employer, this is as far as I can go. But I guarantee you that it's all above board. I have much more evidence. Bear with me. I will reach into my bag. I have here a copy of Tuntematon Sotilas, Unknown Soldier, from famed Finnish writer Väinö Linna, chronicling the difficulties of the Finnish soldier during the war against Soviet.
Okay.
Yes.
Anything else?
Yes.
I wouldn't say that would be conclusive. I mean, it's easy to fabricate
Can
such
we go on
evidence.
this crap?
How can this...
Shut up, Meg.
Yeah.
There, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Like, I was like, it's not the wine making me sleepy.
No, it was that boring guy.
Yeah.
Hang on, I've just got to grab some tissues. I've got crap falling out of my ears.
This guy just reminded me of it's like he's talking to some random Finn and asking him what to prove. Yeah. If somebody walked up to you and said, prove
to me
you
your country's
live where that your country's real and that you live where you live. Well, how the hell do I do that? I live where I live. How do I prove it to you? It's like
pictures are CGI, so we could live anywhere, couldn't we?
Yeah. So how do I prove that to you? It's just crazy. It's like, well, how do you know you were on the mainland? I took a ferry there and I traveled all the way up and down the mainland. I was on the whole mainland. How do you know you didn't go to Estonia? Well, I would answer with, because I know the difference between those two countries. How do you know you weren't in the Baltic states? Because they're a different country. And I crossed the border into the Soviet Union from Finland. And I had to go through, it's like, oh my God. And my friends live there in Helsinki. How do you know they're not just telling you they live in Helsinki? It's like, oh my God. It's like when flat earthers like Nathan Thompson would walk up to people coming out of, I remember watching a video of this standing outside of a subway station, I think it was. And random people were just coming out and he just started asking them to prove the earth was a globe. If somebody just walked up to you and you had no idea that they were flat earthers and they asked you to prove an earth was a globe, would you be able to do
weird,
that?
Isn't it? It's like they get the surveys on the side of the street while the poor guy's just trying to do his job, feed his family, and they're asking, oh, is it, firing questions at them, as if that person's even prepared for the level of stupid that a flat earther is going to bring to a conversation.
Yeah. It's like, are you kidding me? Or the religious ones,
Oh, they're the worst.
That come up and ask random people, questions. Oh, do you believe, have you found Jesus? It's like, none of your business.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, it's
wrong.
Free
It's
country.
just so- yeah.
Yeah,
Rude
it's
as
just
hell.
wrong. It is rude. But that whole interchange where he was talking to that guy was like, somehow this is proof. See, this guy doesn't know where he's from. It's like, no, you just happen to pick somebody who lived on one of the barrier islands or whatever the heck they call them, the islands off of Finland that are part of Finland where people speak Swedish because probably it was part of Sweden at one point. Who knows? Because a lot of Europe is like that. And so what? Swedish is his primary language. That doesn't mean he isn't Finnish. And Finland was a country
Why admit to
before World
somewhere
War
that
II.
isn't there? I mean, why admit, oh, yeah, I live in Finland, but not really?
You just think
Well,
you
I'm
do.
just going to tell everyone now Australia is fake, and me and Mipet have been lying the whole time.
You're really in New Zealand, aren't you?
we're actually in Antarctica at the Nazis' bunker,
secret
or whatever
base.
it is they built down here. Yeah.
And the penguin with the laser guns are our protection.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah, it's almost they've got to just clutch at these straws, right? Because otherwise they have to face a cold, hard reality that they are absolute idiots. And I think that's difficult for them to face.
Yes.
No self-awareness. You've got to have absolutely zero self-awareness, I've always said, to be a flat earther.
I wonder if there's any psychiatrists that deal just with conspiracy people. Do you know
That's
what
a
I
good
mean? Like,
question.
There's got to be.
it's got to be a specialised thing
Yeah.
of being able
there's
to
an
pull them out of
underlying issue
delusion.
as to why you believe these things so easily, why you're so gullible, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
YouTube hasn't helped, unfortunately.
And lockdown has made everything 20 times bigger than what it should be.
Yeah.
True.
Well, how long have we been going?
Oh, almost 2 hours.
Oh, so you get some good conversation and get the girls together.
And
And
it
look what
always
happens.
goes by so quick. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's almost 2 hours.
Tomorrow's my last week of March.
Yeah, I know. Matthew's
Yes,
got-
it is.
All right.
Yeah.
Holidays.
Yeah, so that's good.
1
So
week
you
closer to summer vacation.
Yes.
Getting close to summer vacation.
That's right.
Time goes by so fast.
He's right. It does go by so quickly.
it
I had
does.
so much fun tonight. So I guess I'll just start around the room and see how everybody's doing. How about?
Next news they have to say.
That's right. How about you, Cheese? What did you think of tonight?
Oh, it's. I've had great fun. Just
Good.
listening to all of you talk. That first pause on the Australia video, I always fell off my chair laughing. It was superb.
I know. I still have a tummy ache from that. That was funny. And how about you, Mipet?
I've had a great time, and yeah, let's just say it's going to become a bit more regular, and I'm going to come and just piss in all your ears. It's going to be great.
Wonderful. I'm so excited.
I don't know if I
Great.
like that, Mipet.
Right. And how
Well-
about you, Vishanti?
Well, it sure was some videos.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my goodness. And how about you, Miss Linda?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself.
Oh,
and
good.
the first video was I just couldn't stop laughing. It was so absurd.
It really
They
was.
were all pretty absurd.
They were. Oh my gosh. And how about you? How about you, Queen? What did you think of tonight?
Oh, ladies, I've had a blast. Thank you so
Okay.
much for the invitation. I didn't think I was going to laugh that much, but yeah, it's great. It's great. And I love what you all do. You're all so professional, right?
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to practice my main accent, Amy. I'm going to try and start to sound a little bit posher, I feel. But no, I've had a blast. Thank you all so much for letting me be a part. It was great. Loved it.
Yes. Oh, good. I'm so glad.
really
Thank you for
great show.
coming. I was so excited about this. This is just, it's been a blast, and my stomach still hurts.
I find it's the cheeks. You know, your cheeks just start getting sore.
Exactly. It was so much fun. And I want to thank everyone in the side chat for coming too. Thank you so much. That's right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.